Hi everyone, this is Jacques Williams, meteorologist. We had a issue with our audio just a little bit ago, so it's fixed now. All right, so we're going to go ahead and talk about the winter storm that's going to be impacting our area later on Wednesday into Wednesday afternoon and evening. So we're going to go ahead and look at this one particular forecast model. This is one particular forecast model of what radar could potentially look like. So we're going to go through on the night. All right, so about 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, we're starting to see uh, parts of our northwestern counties start to change over to freezing rain and sleet. As the day progresses on Wednesday, and we go through the day, we're going to continue to see this colder air push into southern Illinois area, and as that happens, we're gonna see a change over from rain to freezing rain. And then during the nighttime hours between Wednesday night and during the day, all day Thursday, is when the heaviest precipitation is going to fall. And right now, we're going to talk about the freezing rain accumulation. So parts of uh, northwest counties in our viewing area, the first round from tonight until to Wednesday afternoon, evening, anywhere between a tenth of an inch to 2/10 of an inch of freezing rain. And if you get anywhere close to a quarter of an inch of freezing rain, you'll start to potentially have some problems. We're going to go ahead and look at the NAM forecast model. And all models are consistent. The HRRR, the RAP, the NAM, they're all very consistent with this, what we see it playing out as. So I'm going to go ahead and look at I'm going to go ahead and take a peek at the GFS model here. So we're going to look at the GFS forecast model. Now, lately, the trends have been with this system for our viewing area where it's going to be a lot colder. And that being said, that shallow layer of warm air aloft, which we were concerned with, and we still are concerned with, is not as prominent anymore. So we're still going to have areas of freezing rain in southern Illinois, and there's going to be areas that receive more than others. Anything over 0.25 of an inch of freezing rain, you start to have problems. You start to have problems with power lines. You start to have problems with trees um, and whatnot. Now we're going to look at the potential forecast snow accumulation. Now, this is one particular model. It does not mean that this is what you will receive exactly, because you have to take sleet. Sleet accumulations will offset snow accumulations. So, like Jackson County, for example, Carbondale, anywhere between 3 and 6 inches. You go 15 minutes northwest, and you're talking about close to 10. Mount Vernon, close to 10, and other areas, far northwestern counties up here near St. Louis, potentially near a foot in some locations. So if this track of the low pressure system changes, any slightest change of 15 miles means the difference between getting copious amounts of freezing rain or copious amounts of snow. And so, and basically, right now I'm leaning more towards the environment being colder, freezing rain and the effects that it has is still not out of the question completely. It's just not as what we're terribly concerned about. So, as you can see, this one particular forecast model here, the GFS, has this main axis of freezing rain out in parts of out of the area. But even if it deviates by 15 miles, that would include some of our extreme southern counties. So, having that said, we have to wait and see how this develops over time because we could still get a decent amount of freezing rain, and we have to watch the atmospheric parameters with this as well because if we're 5 degrees colder, we could get a lot more snow. We take that same scenario, we put 5-degree temperature, we move it up, potentially looking at more freezing rain, more ice. So winter systems have a lot of counterparts to them. It's a very dynamic system. There's a lot that go into play with forecasting winter systems, and it's not an easy task. It's not an easy task, um, and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and look at the temperatures for our area for Thursday night into Friday. Thursday night into Friday night, it's going to be pretty dang cold in our area. So if there is areas that potentially do lose power, you might want to go try to find somewhere, maybe a family's house or something that has some power, because we're going to be looking at temperatures potentially being anywhere between 20 and 15 degrees during the nighttime hours on well, morning hours on Friday. So then the wind chills will be anywhere between 10 and 13, given our given our wind that we'll have in our area as well. So even if you don't get a lot of ice during the day on Thursday, our winds are going to pick up from the north between 25 and 35. When you have that type of ice that's weighted down on a tree or a power line, you add that wind to it, it only adds as a stressor to the situation. So, for example, you take 2/4 of an inch of ice and you have a fully matured tree. You have that is equivalent to 25,000 pounds of weight on that tree. You add a wind gust of 25 miles per hour and you take that weight and you disportion that all of that weight to one side while that wind is hitting that tree because it's disportioning that. And when that happens, you either lose that tree comes down, or you lose quite a considerable amount of limbs on that tree. So anything over 0.25, a quarter of an inch of ice is when you start to get problems. And I still do believe that some areas of southern Illinois will receive somewhere close to that mark or slightly above. We're going to have to watch the temperature profiles during the day, Wednesday night into Thursday. That's going to be absolute key to this, is to finding out who gets most of that freezing rain and whatnot, and also potentially snow. But nonetheless, our roads are going to become extremely dangerous during the day on Wednesday night into Thursday. And there might be some areas up near St. Louis that are not passable, given the way it's looking right now. There might be areas in our area that aren't passable, that we might have, some wrecks in the area and might back traffic up for a little bit and all that. So it's keep that in mind. If you can stay up the roads, do it. Um, $1 a day is not worth your life. So please keep that in mind. Also, I know that emergency calls and whatnot when during the day on Thursday is going to be the worst time frame. So first responders, it's going to take first responders a while. Tow trucks are going to be busy. So if something does happen and you do slide off the road, it's going to take some time for tow trucks to get to you. Because I'm sure they're going to be pretty busy. And so I would add, a considerable amount of dispatch time on that as well during the day on Thursday. And with our temperatures dropping so rapidly during Thursday night into Friday, a lot of this is going to stick around, especially areas that receive a lot of the snow and sleet. Um, so during the Friday morning commute and whatnot, take it extremely slow. Yeah, you're going to have some black ice development and whatnot. It's not exactly the easiest thing to see, and then it comes up on you pretty fast um, and whatnot. So I will do another live briefing tomorrow at 8 o'clock. You all have a great night. Be safe. Keep aware. Charge all your devices up.